kikimasu. In this sentence, the adverb frequency is here. Dokidoki, sometimes. This sentence means I sometimes listen to music. Dokidoki ongaku wo kikimasu. You'll notice the verb at the end. Ongaku wo kikimasu. You'll notice the verb at the end of this sentence is positive. Kikimasu, kikimasu. Let's compare this to the next example sentence. Ammari kohi o nomimasen. Ammari kohi o nomimasen. In this sentence, the adverb of frequency is here, ammari, which means seldom. This sentence means I seldom drink coffee. Note in this sentence, the verb is in the negative form. Nomimasen. Nomimasen. Ammari kohi o nomimasen. In this sentence, the verb at the end was positive. We're going to talk about why in the next section, and when we look at the grammar. Okay, now let's take a look at the grammar patterns you need to know to make sentences like these. There are two patterns. One uses positive and one uses negative verb forms. Let's look at the positive verb form pattern first. You use this positive verb form pattern when your adverb is one of these. Itsumo, yoku, fudan, tokidoki, tamani, mainichi. So we didn't talk about fudan and tamani in this lesson. We didn't use them in the focus vocabulary section, but they are commonly used. You can think of fudan as something like usually, and tamani as something like occasionally or every once in a while. The point is, when you use one of these adverbs of frequency to express your idea, you need to use the positive verb form. So this means something must. So this indicates you need to use the verb in the positive form. It can be polite or it can be casual form. That's up to you. Depends on who you're talking to. But make sure you use the positive verb form when you use one of these adverbs. For example, we saw that up here in tokidoki. For example, we saw that up here in tokidoki ongaku wo kikimasu, the positive form. Then, the negative form. When you use one of these adverbs of frequency, ammari or zenzen, you need to use the negative verb form. So something sen, if you're using the polite form. If you're using the non-polite form or the casual form, that's also okay, but just make sure that you use the negative. We saw this in this example sentence here. Ammari kohi o nomimasen. So we use the negative because we use this adverb of frequency. So when you're building your own sentences, make sure you consider which adverb of frequency you're going to use and check to make sure your verb form matches. A quick and easy way to remember the pattern to use or to remember the order of words is this. You can imagine I here for your subject if you're making a sentence about your everyday life. I plus your adverb here plus your verb phrase. So you can put these three elements together, subject, adverb, verb phrase, to make a sentence like these.
Do you remember how to say every day? Mainichi.
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 And how to say eat? Tabemasu.
Tabemasu.
Tabemasu. Do you remember how to say I eat every day? Mainichi tabemasu. Mainichi tabemasu.
Mainichi tabemasu.
And how to say drink? Nomimasu. Nomimasu. Do you remember how to say listen? Kikimasu. Kikimasu. Do you remember how to say breakfast? 朝ごはん朝ごはん
Sago.
and how to say music 音楽音楽 Do you remember how to say coffee?
Kohi.
Coffee,
Kohi.
coffee. And how to say often? Yoku, yoku. Do you remember how to say sometimes? Tokidoki,
Tokidoki.
tokidoki. And how to say always? Itsumo, itsumo.
Itsumo.
Do you remember how to say never? Zenzen,
Zenzen.
zenzen. And how to say seldom? Amari, amari.
Okay, great. So now you know how to use common adverbs of frequency to talk about your daily habits in Japanese. If you have any questions, comments, or if you want to practice making some example sentences with this information, please feel free to do so in the comment section of this video. Thanks very much for watching this lesson, and I will see you again soon. Bye! Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.